Good morning, gang. It's Friday, the 30th of August, 2019, and a warm welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom Talk, coming to you from the Chapel Hill Marina here in Lincolnshire. And I've got to tell you, this shirt is so tight. I think this might be the last time you'll be seeing this shirt for a while. I'm having to be very careful not to come up too high this morning, because literally see that there? That is the last button that's done up. We just get fatter and fatter and fatter. But I'm going to completely blame my sister, the delightful Sharon Butler, who you've met once or twice, I'm sure, for purchasing and bringing in a cheese and onion pasty yesterday. While I was quite happy to walk over and eat a carrot yesterday. Nope, a cheese and onion pasty arrived with my brother-in-law and my older nephew to come and install the new shed, which is done. A picture will be following soon, boys and girls. But look at the weather. Oh dear, it's all about to collapse. All the people on the weather over the last sort of 24 hours have been saying that September the 1st is, what is it they say, the first meteorological day of autumn. And on that day, it's all going to change. It's a cold front moving across. Oh yes, those little diamond things are on the weather. I'm never quite sure what they mean, but anyway, it says torrential. Are you ready for some more torrential rain? Like you haven't had enough of that already? Take umbrellas immediately, dear. I never had to buy an umbrella, you know. Oh no, that people always leave them in the various pubs and clubs that I've been working at over the years. Yeah, I've got a Ralph Lauren umbrella, right, which I bought in Florida, when I was with my nephew in Florida. That's 5 years ago now. It's a bright yellow Ralph Lauren umbrella. And they were just selling them in Florida, $20 each or something like that. I bought it back and was walking over to my mate's house, Ronnie. He's a label queen, known as a label queen. Everybody's got a label, you know, he's got a label like that. Ralph Lauren or, what's that really expensive one? Where they've got like £800 trainers. Louis Vuitton. Oh, I can't remember now. Louis Vuitton or something like that, I think it is. Various different things like that. He loves all that stuff. So he spotted it. He said, "Oh, where did you get that from?" I said, "Well, from Florida." He said, "Did you get me one?" I said, "Well, no. Why not?" I said, what do you want an umbrella for?" He said, "It's a Ralph Lauren umbrella." I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "Look them up." So I looked them up. They're 120 quid. Who pays 120 quid for an umbrella? I don't know. Not me. $20 that cost me. So I've got that one. When I went to it, when I took, was it for his birthday? Hang on a minute, let me think. Yeah, I took him for his birthday. We went for an afternoon tea at Claridge's, and when we came out of there, it was raining. And the lovely maitre d', oh, she was wonderful. I think she was French. She was wonderful. She was. She said, "No, don't go outside. Just a moment. I'll get you something." And she comes back with a Claridge's umbrella, which he practically grabbed out of my hand. And said, "Well, it's my birthday. I want it." And grabbed it. He's got a Claridge's umbrella. It never comes out of the house, though. Oh, no. It just sits there on the side. I always try and grab it, because I usually walk up to his house. It's not too far away from... Not Caravan. This is down in Bracknell in Berkshire. I walk up to his house. And back usually. So I've several times I've tried to grab that umbrella back as I look. "Oh, can I just borrow this umbrella?" It's snatched back out my hand, only to be given this old black thing that he found somewhere. Very disappointing. Anyway, torrential rain is set to hit the UK this weekend. Temperatures drop to 12 degrees. Oh, you're going to feel that, mate. It was 32 a few days ago, from 32 to 12, a drop of 20 degrees. Wow. Weather forecasters warn the huge deluge, that's a good word, deluge. Try and use that in a sentence today. Deluge could trigger flooding in a stark contrast to the bank holiday heat wave last weekend. Thanks for your messages coming through. I'll come to those in a moment, my boys and girls, okay? Temperatures are expected to be on the cool side, topped with wind and showers. Plenty of showers, particularly in the north, where I won't be up here, dear. I should be down south until next week. So there we are. Watch out for that weather, boys and girls. Dreadful weather coming. It's coming. It's coming. All right. I'm here early. I really, really want to get a swim in today. I haven't been swimming for 7 whole days and I feel incredibly unfit at the moment. So I'm really going to try and get swimming in today, which means I must finish this show by 10 o'clock. Otherwise, I just can't fit it in. I've got to finish by 10 this morning. All right, boys and girls. The shed, as I say, has gone up. I'm very pleased to say. I must thank my sister for bringing in pasties and things like that. My brother-in-law has made a video of him and my nephew. I make a special appearance. I make a special appearance in my brother-in-law's videos. How fantastic is that? Yes, no payment was offered though. Very disappointing. He gets money off YouTube, he does. But no payment was offered to be in this video. But nevertheless, I was in the video yesterday and you can watch it. If you go onto my Facebook page, facebook.com/Chris Reardon UK. You can do a friend thing if you want, or you can just do a follow thing, doesn't make any difference. Then you'll be able to see it. I think it's a couple of, oh no, I'm sure it's the post directly below the little post that advertises today. You know, the post that says today's show starts at, I think it's 9:05 this morning we started. Okay, just below that one, you should see a link to my brother-in-law's video, which shows you the whole shed being made. I can show you the completed version. There it is, boys and girls. There's my new shed. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? And let me tell you, it's really flimsy, thin metal. And you would not think it would be very strong at all. It took them about, I think it was about 2.5 to 3 hours to put all that together. Gary, my Gary, my older nephew, if you look right at the very bottom, so cast your eyes all the way down, which you probably do at me sometimes, I know that. Cast your eyes all the way down to the bottom, past the black lock in the middle, and all the way down to the bottom, and you can see that wood there. So my nephew had already prepared that a couple of days ago, which he used from an old bit of gate. I think it was no, what was it now? I think it was just like a walkway that had been put by the steps to get into the caravan. So he just chopped that up because I wasn't using it, and he's used that, which is of course already weatherproofed. And then he made that. If you look just sort of above the wooden bit, you see that sort of slight different colour there. It's more of a shiny colour. That's the bit of metal that everything's bolted down to, and that goes all around the side. Okay, so it's done, and it's incredibly strong actually. It really is. It doesn't sway or move at all. Once you put all these things together, that's where the strength comes in, and there's some metal bars in there. And there's no way I could have done that. And I'm eternally grateful to my nephew and my brother-in-law for doing that, especially my nephew who received small payment for that of an air conditioning unit. Cheaper to get 10 blokes in and do it. Oh, I'll have that. Whoosh, it was gone. I said, I'm going to give you the, as I'm saying, I'm going to give you the, he's grabbed it and run out the door in case I change my mind. Unbelievable. Really. And my brother-in-law will receive the payment of fish and chips next week, probably at Boston. You might get 2 dinners for that one. I always like to thank people for doing it. He'd never accept money off me, so I'll do something like that. And fantastic. And I've already put in my old gas heater in there. I was actually also going to put in the air conditioning unit in there, but of course I've given that away now. And I'd much rather someone was using it than sitting in the shed doing nothing, you know. If you've got anything around your house, I think I said this a couple of weeks ago, anything around your house that's sitting there gathering dust, go and seek someone who could make use of it. You know, there's no point in that thing sitting there. It's like stuff that you put up in your loft or in your attic, if you're lucky enough to have a standing attic or something like that. You know, it goes in there, it never comes out again. Go up into your loft or attic and seek out things that you can take down that someone else will use, because it's just a complete waste of time. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's cost you 50 quid, 200 quid, 500 quid. It's sitting in there doing nothing. Might as well give it away and let someone else use it. Same with clothes. Don't throw clothes away. Either take them to a charity shop or say, I know, like, you'd never give clothes away to a teenager. What's that? I'm not wearing that. That's really old-fashioned. It's really old-fashioned. I can't wear that. Don't they? They say that sort of thing. You'll never give away cast-offs to a teenager. Especially not my younger nephew. Oh no, he's got all the fashion things. He spent 140 quid on a jumper. 140 quid, which my sister washed and then faded. No, of course she got the blame. I would never blame my sister for anything like that. Nothing like that at all. So there we are. That's the shed done. And do watch the video. It's quite funny. It's quite funny in bits. And you'll find that video posted directly below this post, okay? There's this video, which you're watching at the moment. Then this is on Facebook, yeah? Facebook.com/Chris Reardon UK. There's this video. Then there's the advert for this video, which is just some writing, I think, with a smiley face background today. And then below that is the link to my brother-in-law's YouTube video on the building of the shed, and do subscribe to his shows as well. I've picked up quite a few YouTube subscribers over the last 24 hours because I've been in that show and I advertise. In fact, I think I'm about 120 away from 1,000 now. We're trying to get to 1,000. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK, youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. And if you're new to the show today, welcome. It's all about having a little bit of a laugh most mornings, sometimes at night, sometimes during the daytime. Have your little subscribe button clicked, or that little bell thing on YouTube, have that set on, so whenever there's a show, which can appear at any time, but is generally round about sort of 9:30 in the morning. Sometimes we throw in a nighttime one or an afternoon one, and you'll get a little notification, all right? Right, messages. Good morning to Maureen. Just texting in the show on our texting number. Don't forget, gang, if you've got no access to a keyboard, then text in your message. It's not a phone number. You won't be able to. If you ring it, no one will answer. It's just for text. 07551 259 675 is my text in number, all right? 07551 259 675. Morning to SOS Gregorian, gets the first message of the day over there on YouTube. Good morning to you, sir. Adam the plumber there. Hello to Heidi Young. Is the shed still standing? Yes, Heidi. And they've done a good job as well. They've done a very, very good job. And they didn't stop. Well, it did stop for a sausage roll, a dead animal roll, and I had my cheese and onion pasty. Morning to Rachel Wheatlands. Morning, Rachel. Adam says I'm first. No, you weren't first, Adam. Oh, yes, you were. On Facebook, you were. I lie. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. I have lied. It has been 30 years since my last confession. And the priest would then say to me, well, how long have you got? Morning to Heidi Oliver as well. Morning, Heidi. It's another beautiful day. It certainly is. It's looking nice out there. It's a little bit, just a touch, just a tiny little bit chilly this morning, I noticed, as I opened the door there on the field in front of me, which has now been cut down. Morning to Diane Jeb. Good morning. Oh, by the way, don't forget the raffle will be tomorrow. Raffle hopefully happening tomorrow morning this week, okay? Because I'm not here on Monday and Sunday. I can't give you a time when I'll be on Sunday. It'll either be in the morning or the evening. More likely the evening, I think, Sunday, okay? The Heidi's are talking to each other there. All right. Hello to Adrian. It's Crackerjack. Do you remember that? Crackerjack. Crackerjack. Yeah, I remember that. Morning to John Aitken. I've got the scaffolding guys in again. They were all so cheeky. Now, John Aitken, I've got to tell you, I don't think there's any work to be done in his house. What he does is get a ladder out. He gets makes a brick in the wall of his house loose, and then uses that as an excuse to call people out so he can perv over the blokes going up and down the ladder, don't you, John? I'm wondering if you're lying, actually. Are there scaffolding guys? Are there really scaffolding guys working on your house? Is that really happening, or is it all in your head? We need to see photographic evidence, my friend. Photos, or it's not happening. Photos, or it's not happening. This is what happens as you get older, John. You know, you start getting mirages in your head of gorgeous blokes that you fancy that you've got no chance of getting. Morning to Ray Reynolds. Good morning, Ray. Happy Friday to all of us. Robert Dexter is here. Morning, Roberts. Not her again, you cheeky git. Chris Cross in the house. You're up early, Chris. Good morning, Chris. Are you along tonight for a sing-song? Good morning to Kate Doody. Morning, Kate. Welcome to the show, young Kate. She says, so glad I discovered you. Love the show. I'm glad you do, Kate. It's just a little bit of a laugh. Now and again, we touch on serious things, but it's just general chit-chat, you know, like you might have with your mates around a cup of tea or coffee or something like that. Morning to Paul and Lou. Good morning, Paul and Lou. Shania's a bit late. She's just woken up. Never mind, Shania. Better late than never, they say. Unless it's serving on the altar, dear. You know. I was late once playing the only once ever for playing the organ, right? I got caught in traffic, wasn't my fault. And the mass had started, and as I walked in, they're already singing the hymn, and the priest and the altar servers are coming out. They were coming out, and I thought, oh no. And I've walked quickly to the organ. Fortunately, I play by ear, so while they're singing, because they're not going to be in the right key, right? Because they've not had a note to start. You know, if you haven't got someone playing an instrument of some sort, they're probably in the wrong key. So I listened. I was listening to them play, literally halfway through the hymn, and I started pressing notes very quietly, trying to get in, because I had to be in tune with them. You can't change the key once the song started. That would just sound awful. So I'm listening, I'm pressing notes carefully, and when I had the right one, I thought, right, here we go. And I just carried on. How unprofessional is that? It really is. Morning to Michael Lawrence. Good morning. Colour coordination. Is it colour coordination today? Have I done all right today, have I? Except for that button. All right, I'll let you. Look, I'm going to show you. Ready? Don't tell anyone I showed you this. This is our little secret, okay? This shirt is so tight I can't do up the bottom. I'll just show you. Look, there it is. See? That's it. That's all you're seeing. I can't do the bottom buttons up. I thought I'd change the shirt. I thought, no, I like this colour, you see. That's a thing. John likes a cheese and onion slice from bread. You can't go wrong with Greg's. I don't know if you was with us the other... Did I say hello to Michael Lawrence? Good morning, Michael. I don't know if you saw the story the other day or heard the story. I read it out. Greg's are actually going to try and do many more of their products as vegan. They should be able to do some more of those if they try. The vegan sausage rolls Greg's have are absolutely gorgeous. I usually have one on a Sunday after church. I walk up into Wokingham and I get one from Greg's and Makers with the boy who doesn't say much. You know, I think it's Polish or somewhere like that. Louis Vuitton, that's the one, Heidi. Thank you. Adam's decided to go back to Slimming World. Do you fancy joining me? I'm going back so we can text each other our losses every week, as we used to do, Adam, didn't we? When I was going to Slimming World, Adam was very, very supportive of me, and I like to think I was supportive of him. And every time we went to Slimming World, the moment we got the results, we'd text each other and see how that goes. I'll have another look for one up here, actually. I'll have a look for one up here. My weight is fairly stable at the moment at 13.7.2 it's been for the last 3 weeks. So I don't know. Morning to Claire. Good morning, Claire. Hello to Grant C. A very good morning to Grant. Has seen the video that my brother-in-law has done. It's good, isn't it? Eh? They can do all those things. You say make things and put things up. I would have been in pieces putting that shed up. I'll tell you that now. It's not something I like doing, DIY. Heidi says the shed looks like a playhouse for Harry. I've already told him that it was his new house and he was going to move in there. He didn't seem to be very interested. Great nephew Harry. John, are there any fairies at the bottom of your garden? Yeah, only me. There's only me here. I thought, actually, there is another one on the site. Because I had a certain dating app on the other day. And this name came up and it said something like 69 metres away. So there's someone else on here who hasn't revealed themselves to me yet. Perhaps I'll get him in. Perhaps I'll get him in to do an interview. Good morning to Ricky Bentley. Morning, Ricky. Long time no here. Hope you're doing well. Ricky's, you're up north somewhere, aren't you, if I remember rightly, Ricky? Good morning, Ricky. Heidi at Tate's in Boston. That is exactly where we... Is that the one with the 2 floors? Tate's in Boston. Is that the one with the 2 floors? I think it is, isn't it? Oh, it's lovely in there. Oh, I've been in there a couple of times. Very, very highly recommended. Let's have a look. Rachel's got lots of things in the loft. Is there something you're looking for, Chris? Yeah, there is actually. You know, about 35 years old, tattoos, sort of shaved head, something like that. You haven't got one of those up there, have you, Rachel? Or are you keeping those for yourself? There you are. There's my brother-in-law, Martin Butler, there with the link for the video that you should watch later. It's very good. It's very funny. Watch that one, okay? Good morning to Joanna. Morning, Joanna. You weren't there yesterday, Joanna, were you? No, you weren't. Don't think I don't notice when people aren't there, dear. If you've got something better to do than sit there and join us, then so be it, dear. You know, I won't be offended. It's like a knife being plunged into my chest without the actual knife going in. Terrible, Joanna. Call yourself a regular viewer, love? Blimey. Well, welcome back, I suppose. Morning, Michael Pullman, Sarah Lou Lace. Hello there. Yeah, John's is having his gutters done. Car, like you can't go up on a ladder and do your own gutters, you lazy gits. Dear me, do me a favour. I do my own gutters. Thank you. Good morning to Derek Keane. Welcome to the show, Derek. Morning to Colin. Hello, Colin. John's tried the vegan sausage rolls. They are very, very nice. Very, very nice. I've been going for 14 years, this programme. We started off as audio, as Ronnie quite rightly mentions there. 14 years, started off as audio, and then one day someone said, why don't you put a camera in front of you? No, oh no, don't. People don't want to see me in the morning. And I just did it once, and that's it, carried on. And of course, in those first days when we had a camera, the picture wasn't always that good, was it? A little bit pixelated and that. Now, it's all high definition from a tiny little camera. Amazing, amazing. Good morning to Ronnie. There's my best mate who would like to announce that he's not dead yet. He's not dead yet, and his weight is still 11 stone, 1 pound. Good morning, best friend Ron, who's in Chelsea and Westminster Hospital at the moment in isolation. Isolation, that's where he is. And there we are. That's everyone there, isn't it? Oh, what's that? Good. That's all your messages so far, isn't it, this morning? Yes. Now, you remember I'm having a little bit of a sound issue. I have to speak quietly now. A sound issue. I've got new people in the caravan next door who I haven't really spoken to them properly yet at all. But they're okay. You know, it's not really their problem. It's my problem because I don't like noise, right? And 2 young children are next door. Do I need to say any more? No. Yeah, that's how it is. It really quite badly affected me the other day. I was really quite upset once because I like peace and quiet. I mean, I do a job that is loud and noisy. Karaoke nights. That's what I do. Once that's finished, I want to be at that door and in as quiet a situation as possible. Now, I'm here to be quiet, as well as be close, of course, to my sister and everything else, yeah. And it's been perfectly all right for the year and a bit I've been up here. And then suddenly it's changed hands next door and it's a young family. Now I get the whole young family thing. Children make noise. Don't be sitting there saying, oh, what a nasty man moaning about the children. I'm not moaning about the children. It's my problem. Right? And I don't want to say anything because I don't want to hurt. I don't want to upset anyone. You don't really want to upset anyone. I'd hate to upset anyone. So I've been looking around at various different things that I could try. And I put on a little note on a static caravan chat group that's on Facebook. Now, if you've got any suggestions to sort of deaden noise or anything, then please feel free to say so. At the moment, I've ordered from Amazon, and they weren't cheap, to be honest, some curtains. I've ordered some curtains. They're supposed to be sound insulating curtains, right? So and this will have to cover the whole wall, because you see, the trouble is in a caravan, the sound insulation is practically non-existent. I mean, really, you've only got to have someone standing outside, and you can hear everything. All right. So these curtains will cover the whole of the side wall in the bedroom, which isn't massive. It's I can tell you how long it was because we measured it. It's 90 inches across. 90 inches, 80 inches across. It's 80 inches. So I've got to get something to cover the whole thing. Now, I discovered there were quite a lot of people, different brands of sound insulation curtains. Some which were 50 quid, right? Some which were £172 each. But these are really thick and made out of special material. Now, it does say that it doesn't make it completely silent, but it should break down most of it into sort of, you know, rather than that. Get it? Okay, so do that again. You like that, didn't you? So, I mean, it should make it, instead of being like this, I mean, a lot of people talk like that anyway, to be honest, don't they? I mean, you wouldn't want my sister living in a caravan. When my sister's on the phone, she shouts into it. She screeches into this phone, dear. The telephone network she's on, they ring her and say, could you stop screeching into the phone, please? You're damaging our cables. She absolutely screeches into that phone when she's on the phone. And yet when she's on the phone to me, she whispers. I don't get it. So I've asked people for suggestions. So if you've got any suggestions, please put them on there and I'll read them out. But here's the post I put, okay, on the Static Caravan chat group that's on Facebook. Evening gang, here's a word I bet some of you don't like, noise. And I go on to say, I'm not one of those people that say children shouldn't make noise. And I do understand children are children. I want to point that out big time, okay? I don't dislike anyone for this. I want to try and stop it happening. And I go on to say it, but I've had a noisy few move in next door to me. I sleep for a couple of hours in the afternoon, which I do, and yesterday I couldn't. What have some of you done inside your caravans to try and deaden it down a bit? Heavy curtains maybe? Thanks. And there's some very, very amusing replies here. Very amusing. Number 1 from Gary. Drink red wine, it helps. Number 2 from June. Earplugs every time. Good ones though, like the yellow foam ones. Mark quite rightly points out school holidays are over next week, so that's it. Problem gone until the next holidays, of course. Again, Judith, both earplugs and wine should help. Maybe a quiet word with the people next door. I'm kind of building up to that. I mean, I just saw her yesterday, and just after I woke up and I threw open the window, I could hear her talking on the phone. I said, morning, hello, I've just had 2 hours sleep I usually have in the afternoon, just getting ready for work. Oh, okay, then she's going like that. I don't even know her name. Let's have a look. Helen says, stop going to sleep in the afternoon, get some fresh air. And said, well, I always have gone to sleep in the afternoon, you see, that's the thing. For years, for like 20 or 30 years, I can't get out of it. I've tried to get out of it. But come sort of, if I haven't had my afternoon kip, I'm a right miserable bastard. You know, probably like Adrian, who's watching this morning. Good morning, Adrian. Okay, let's see, have a look. Kathy. She says, unfortunately, it occasionally happens. Our experiences is the exception rather than rule, and they're only there a week or 2 at most. Earplugs, wine, getting away and waiting for it to pass. And these are very sensible answers, actually. It says here, Janet says, next week you can nap in the afternoon, all back at school. Someone else, Jade, night oil works a treat. Knit oil, Nytol. I think it's some sort of medicine, isn't it? And then Becky writes, good job my caravan's not next to you. I've got 10 grandkids and they're always at my van. Of which I replied, how awful. Linda says caravans aren't just for kids or adults. We all pay the same ground rent and deserve the same consideration. We sit out on the veranda in the evenings and have a quiet drink. Kids start to make serious noises. I won't be so quiet. So Linda would go and say something. And these are all very, very sensible answers. Lorraine says it's not kids on ours, it's dogs. Left out on decking to bark for ages with owners sitting inside the caravan. I mean, that's just awful, isn't it? That's unfair. That's really unfair, isn't it, to the person who's having to experience that noise there. Let's just scroll down a bit. Alan says, move into a countryside residential home. Yeah, I mean, easier said than done. That's a lot of money, isn't it? Remember, I only paid £8,000 for this one. John says it's rare to hear kids laughing and playing outside. We had 2 with us last week, and the neighbours' kids at our caravan site. They were all playing water fights in the sun. All good memories for them. And absolutely, John, I have no problem with that. There was someone on there who basically said, "Oh well, kids are kids. You know, you shouldn't have it if you wanted that. You know, you should expect that." Well, I've already said that. Yeah, I've already said that. That was like an attack on me, and I thought, well, I haven't attacked anyone here. I certainly haven't attacked the children or anyone. You know, I've not attacked anyone. So why come on and say that? Anyway, I don't bother with those sort of people. She's not read the thing post properly and come back as aggressive. Blocked. Bye bye. We don't do aggressive. Bye bye. And you see, this is where I would be if I had children here. Okay, this is where I would be. Hazel writes, I have had a caravan for 20 years and I never let my children be noisy around the caravan. It was explained to them that they could make as much noise as they wanted in the swimming pool or the beach and the park, but respectful to anyone around the site. As I do, I love to hear children laughing and playing, but some seem only to be able to scream and shout. We've also had them zooming up and down on electric scooters and quad bikes using the road outside my van as a racetrack. Oh, it's awful. Awful. And Carol quite rightly says our site is very quiet. Yes, they are children, and yes, they are very good. It's down to the parents to teach them not to be so noisy. So there's some of the comments coming through there. The suggestions for the noise seems to be earplugs and wine mainly. Earplugs and wine. Right. Heidi Young says there's at least 6 I know of on the site. Watch out. Nothing that handsome though. I know there's nothing handsome on the site at all, Heidi. Oh, I see. Gays, you mean? Oh, really? I didn't know that. Is that right? I haven't met anyone yet. Oh, is it a secret, Heidi? You're not allowed to tell me, are you? Heidi reckons you should run the very first show you did on camera. Oh, what sort of as a? I mean, I could post up a link somewhere. You'd find them on YouTube. If you go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to it, please, youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK, you can go right back on that. Right back, and there's some very strange things there. You might even come across a video of where I showed you how to make your own comet. You know, the comets in the sky? I actually showed you how to make your own comet. Actually, Adam knows where that is. Could you post a link on that for that, Adam, if you know where you are? You'll see that appear on the Facebook messages, okay? The YouTube people won't be able to see that, I'm afraid, because it's all the messages come into one place. And you'll recognise something in that, okay? Make your own space comet. Adrian says it's still 11 stone and 8 pounds. No, you're not, Adrian, darling. You are not 11 stone and 8 pounds. You can't possibly be lighter than me, dear. God's sake, man. All these lies that come out there. More lies than from the government, dear. Morning to Brendan Brady fan. Good morning. Chris Cross said Central Station could do with those sound insulation curtains. Oh, they certainly could. They've hung up duvets. They've got duvets hanging on the windows to absorb that. You're talking to each other. Heidi, why don't you get a windbreaker? No, I can't see that working. A windbreaker, that wouldn't be good enough. No, I can't see a wind. Well, where would you put it? You can't put it outside. Got to be inside. Heidi, laxative-laced sweets should keep them quiet for a few hours. Oh, aren't you awful? Adam, what about headphones and listen to your row music? No, because I don't listen to music when I'm going to bed. I have it dead quiet. I know you can get those noise-cancelling headphones, but then, of course, when you lean over, you know, it's going to be like, it's just not going to work, is it? That's not going to work, headphones. Although those little things you stick in your ear, that might work, might it? I suppose. Morning to Matt Oxby there on Facebook. Morning. Ray, night oil are addictive sleeping tablets. Don't touch them. Oh, right, okay. I didn't know what they were. I don't do tablets. I really don't do tablets. Since I stopped going raving in the 90s at raves and clubs, say no more, right? Since then, I really don't do tablets. The only tablets I do are those prescribed by the doctor who would say to me, you must take these or you will die. They're the only pills I take. I don't do headache tablets. Oh, I lie. Now and again, I'll take an antihistamine tablet if I'm going round to my sister's because her lovely dogs, she's got a great big massive Rottweiler, which is as soppy as anything. People get frightened. His way of welcoming you into the house is to literally grab your wrist gently with his mouth like that. Once he's done that, he's happy. But that's how he likes to welcome you into the house. He grabs your wrist. Anyone else's dog do that? It's odd, isn't it? You think he's going to bite your blooming arm off, but he doesn't. He literally, gently, in his mouth, like that. He doesn't. He puts no pressure on there at all. It's great, isn't it? Morning to Sam's dad, always. Good morning, Sam's dad. How's the metal shed? Found your channel from that video. Yeah, that's my brother-in-law who does that. He's got thousands of people watch his shows. I'm lucky to get to 50. Never mind, that's just how it is, isn't it? And the metal shed is standing up well. Did you not see the beginning of the show, Sam? Here it is. There it is up there this morning. I took that picture this morning. There we go. With the sun just rising up. You see the sun on there? It's a beautiful day out there. All professionally installed there. Rachel says, even now I tell the kids to keep the noise down. As I would do. Yeah, I would do that. Okay. All right. Good morning to Tommy Flynn joining us today. And Joanna says, the earplugs work great. I use them when you're singing. I bet you do, don't you? Paula Lou, my missus makes more noise than the kids around here. Does she start screaming and shouting, does she, all the time? We did the karaoke last night. That was in Cleethorpes. We've got karaoke every Thursday night. That's in Cleethorpes. There's the poster for that, okay? If you're ever in the north east of the country. I must say it was very quiet in there last night. That being said, once we started the singing, it did go right the way through until the end. It was just that there weren't that many singers for some reason. Perhaps the bank holiday might be the case. I bought some chips before one of my mates turned up as well. That was nice to see him and a lady friend of his. So they turned up. They were there for about an hour before they disappeared. I bought some chips. There was this awful smell outside of the pub last night. It was dreadful. It wasn't just outside there. It was all along that row of shops. It smelt of sick. I don't know what it was. It reminded me of a smell once that I had in a place that I worked, which I've mentioned a couple of times, which was dead rats. It turned out to be dead rats. And these dead rats had been there for ages. They'd got stuck in between a false ceiling and the ground because it was a basement, yeah? So that these rats were coming in, falling down a hole. Well, of course, they couldn't get out again and literally died between the two. And it was just the most awful smell. It was similar to that, but I'm not sure it was that. And as I say, you came out of the pub and someone's been sick out here. And I thought it was just outside the pub. Maybe someone had been sick outside the pub. You know, someone hadn't cleaned it up properly. But I walked all the way down to the chip shop and it was still there. So that was out there. And then on the way home, I got my petrol last night on the way there. So I didn't have to stop. I was back here by 1:10. That's good going, isn't it? Not speeding. I don't speed. No need to do speeding. Uses more petrol. I'm so tight on the petrol. I don't do speeding. But as I was driving through from Cleethorpes on the, I think on the Grimsby Road, and I can smell that smell again. And I put my head out the window while I'm driving along, and it stunk of sick. Anyone know what that is? There was literally a smell of sick over the whole area. Very odd. Very odd indeed. So that was the karaoke. Let me have a look. And back here, around about 1:10, had a cup of tea and went to bed. Actually, had a cup of tea and I put on the shed building video. That's what I did last night and watched that, and then I went to bed straight after that and got up this morning. There we are. Okay, some news stories here. Now, what about this? Well, this is awful, this story. It's from India. I think it's India. Is it India? Yes, it's India. Are you ready for this? What a way to go. A son brutally axed his mother to death before being caught frying her brain in a pan to eat. Oh, my Lord. Why would you do that? It's bad enough going to kill someone, but to eat their brain? This bloke, 32 years old, is accused of killing, this is in India, his 50-year-old mother on Tuesday. It is said the man who would often come home drunk and beat his mother. Oh, isn't that horrible? Isn't that horrible? I'm sure some of you, you know, don't tell me that you have, or not really doing anything like that. But, you know, I'm sure one or two of you have been abused before like that physically. It's just a terrible thing. But, you know, to abuse your mother, oh, dear. He would often come home and beat his mother, was outraged at being denied money for alcohol, local media reports. I mean, 32 and asking you money for beer, honestly. Furious with the denial, the bloke is said to have taken a sharp weapon, struck his mother in the skull before taking out her brain and frying it in a pan. Oh my lord. His sister-in-law came by and allegedly witnessed the scene, causing him to flee before being tracked down and arrested on Wednesday. Isn't that awful? Isn't that awful? Mind you, I suppose it makes a change to beans on toast, doesn't it, really? Or porridge. You know, if you're a little bit fed up with porridge or beans on toast or the old English fry up, you know, just pop round and have a little look at your mum. Tasty. Thank you, Adam. Adam posting that. Click on that video later. You see the one Adam's posted there on Facebook. I'm sorry if you're on YouTube. Oh, yes, actually, the YouTube people can see those now, can't they? YouTube people can now see Facebook messages, which is brilliant. It doesn't work the other way, unfortunately. The Facebook people can't see the YouTube videos. So there we are. And another story here. And it surprises me how people post pictures of items of food or something. I thought, wow, look, a picture of Jesus has appeared on my orange. You know, or a picture of the Virgin Mary has appeared in the middle of my beef burger today. I mean, how stupid can you be to actually believe that is a picture of Jesus? Well, there's another one this morning in the Daily Mail. A Queen fan, as in the band Queen, Heidi Young says, did he wash it down with a nice Chianti? I don't know what's a Chianti? Isn't it awful, Chris? Oh dear. People eating other people's brains. It's dreadful. A Queen fan, that's Queen as in the band, was left starstruck after spotting frontman Freddie Mercury in his pork chop. There's a picture of this pork chop, right, which has been cooked, and in the brown somewhere is supposed to be a picture. Well, I've looked at this picture for about 5 minutes before I came on stream tonight, this morning, and I can't see Freddie Mercury. It just looks a bit cooked. There's no picture of Freddie Mercury. Anyway, this bloke is convinced. Derek Sims had popped his £3.49 cut of meat into a pan, only to find the rock legend suddenly appear as it cooked. The dad of two, he must have been on the piss the night before, mustn't he? The dad of two had been cooking dinner for him and his wife. Why do they always put people's ages, don't they? Why do they do that? Do they just want to fill up the page with characters? You know, his wife Donna, 46. I don't know what that's got to do with anything, I don't know. As a bank holiday treat at their home in Blackpool. In awe of his dinner, resembling the late superstar who passed away in 1991, the great Freddie Mercury, Derek took some photos before tucking in. Engineer said, I've never seen anything like it. I've cooked a lot of things and I've lived a lot of years, but I've never seen my food resemble a celebrity before. And I'm looking at this picture again. And I'm sorry, I just can't see it. It just looks... I'll tweet it. Let me tweet it for you. Twitter.com/Chris Reardon UK is my Twitter. I know some of you got Twitter, so let's put that there. And I'll stick it on Facebook as well for you. 1 minute now. Right, let me post that link and you can perhaps click on that and you'll be able to see the picture. And please, please tell me if you can see Freddie Mercury in that picture. Hang on. There we go. There we go. Breaking news, this. As Ronnie says. Ronnie's got breaking news. What's the breaking news, Ron? What's the breaking news? We need the breaking news. So there we are. I mean, I can't see Fred. I've just click on that little link there. Most of you should be able to see that link. And tell me if you can see Freddie Mercury on that pork chop. Never seen anything like it, dear. God's sake. Sam's dad, new to the channel. Do you live in the caravan all year round? I'm here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I'm in Lincolnshire on those days. and I go back down to Berkshire this afternoon. Actually, 4 o'clock I leave here, and I go down to Berkshire and to my house in Bracknell. Well, I go to work first in King's Cross where I do a karaoke night, and then from there I go back to my house Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I go back to work in King's Cross, and I come back up here. So that's how that works. Okay. Roy the boy. Good morning, Roy. He had his birthday the other day, 57. Roy the boy watched the retro store video, putting his shed up. Roy the boy does his own videos as well. If you want to have a little click on his link when we're finished and watch one of his programs. Okay, he does live, same as me. He does live. Let's have a look. John says, I've served Freddie Mercury a few times in bars and clubs. He was always very sweet. And Kenny Everett too. You met Kenny Everett? Oh, wow. That is something. You won't see the likes of people like Kenny Everett or people like that anymore on the radio, I'm afraid, because it's all so blooming bland. It's all so bland. All these heart radio and all that, they all sound the same. There's no entertainment, is there? I mean, there really isn't. You know, wow, yeah, welcome to the Better Music Mix. It's a beautiful, bright, sunny, and it's also fake. Fake, dear, fake. Ah, it's my mate. It's my mate. I have to take calls from my mate. Hello, we're still on air at the moment, dear.
I know, breaking news.
All right, hang on a minute. Shall I show your picture? There we go. There you go, it's my mate. Now, can you hear him? Speak, bitch.
Oh, let me just cover myself up.
I think we can hear you. Well, it's a bit late now. I've already got you on there. Too late. They've already seen your bare chest. Go on. What's your news then, dear? Oh, hang on. Let me put you here. Let me put you here because my mic's... Oh, they might get that funny noise. Anyway, go on. Speak.
What are you talking?
Sorry?
I have to go home on Sunday.
Oh, you're going home Sunday? Am I picking you up then?
But you could do if you wish.
Well, I'll be there in the afternoon, won't I?
You've heard it first. Yeah, the numbers are good. There's no infections in my organs. I finished the antibiotics, and if I want to, I can go home and rest and slowly get back into my normal way of life.
What do you mean there's no infections in your organs? You are queen of all infections.
Infections, yeah, I know.
All right, then. Well, thank you for that breaking news.
Breaking news.
Thank you very much. I shall call you. I shall call you in about... Release the Ronny. So you're not going to die after all?
No deceased.
Oh.
No deceased.
I had such a nice party arranged as well for people at the Mandarin Oriental. Oh, you wouldn't have been there. Well, you would have been actually, because I was going to have your body laid out in there for people to worship as they went past it for their afternoon teas.
I wanted a 3-day eulogy.
Right, I'm going. Let me finish my show and I shall call you.
Thank you.
Cheerio. Bye. Oh, well, that's good news, isn't it? My best mate's coming home Sunday and I'll be picking him. Oh, I'm so pleased about that. I'm really pleased about that. I was a little bit worried last week, as you well know, because he had 3 infections in his lungs and pneumonia, and the infections from his lungs had spread into his blood as well. So he's been hooked up to 24 hours. I say 24 hours, you know, there's a little bit of a break here and there, but basically 24 hours not ultrasonic. Oh, what's that? You know, when they put the bag in and the intravenous antibiotics have been flooding his body, and they seem to have cleared the... I was so pleased about that, the bacteria from his blood. And yesterday he went in for a scan. They scanned your organs to make sure to see if the infection had damaged any of his organs. No damage, only to his face. I'm so pleased about that. So pleased about that. Well done, Ronny. Very pleased about that. Okay. Heidi Oliver's coming to see you today. Look at that. Oh, that's nice of you, Heidi. There you are. That's nice, Heidi. Yeah, go over and see him, darling. He'd be pleased to see you. Get yourself some grapes, maybe a couple of bars of chocolate. Stay there for a couple of 2 or 3 hours. You know, he'd be pleased with the company to see you there for about 2 or 3 hours or so. Something like that. Don't want to overdo it, you know. No more than sort of a 3-hour visit or something like that. Because he'd be sitting there lonely, won't he? All righty. We're going to give out the raffle tickets now, gang. Morning to Mark Bowles. Good morning, Mark. Welcome to the show. Roy the Boy says he was very lucky. Yes, he's escaped it a few times, mate. He's escaped it a few times. I'd hate anything like that to happen to him. He said there's nothing wrong with his face. How dare you? Look in the mirror, love. You'll see what's wrong with your face, dear. God, Sid. Yeah. Right. Raffle. Our raffle this week is on Saturday. Okay. We should be with you on the raffle on Saturday morning. That's tomorrow morning. Okay, because I'm not here on Monday, unfortunately. I've got a car service to do on Monday, so that's going to take me away from my house for a few hours, and I can't fit a show in the afternoon either, because I'll be having a sleep before I go to work Monday night. All right, so raffle on Saturday morning. It's your last chance to get a raffle ticket today. If you're watching a recording of the show, either on YouTube or Facebook, something like that, then you can still join in with a raffle. Simply email me for a raffle ticket at that address. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk is my email address. Just email into the show, can I have a raffle ticket? And I'll send you an email with your raffle ticket number back. No need to reply then to thank me or anything like that, because then it starts getting a bit confusing and that. Remember, you can only have one raffle ticket per show, okay? Don't ask for one live while you're watching the live show and then send in an email, because I'll take out any raffle tickets you have and you'll be barred from the competition, because we like to be fair. It's fair to anyone. Remember, the prize is just, all it is a fridge magnet. It's just a yellow fridge magnet. I've lost it again. I had one in here. I gave one, Martin won one this week, didn't he? I did have one in here, but I don't know where that's gone again. So you'll see it tomorrow anyway. I will produce the fridge magnet tomorrow, and that'll be straight in the post for you on Saturday, and you should have it by Tuesdays, something like that, when my new sound insulation curtains will be happening. Okay. Oh, I've got to order a curtain pole. I forgot about that. Right, here we go then. Let's see who's going to ask for a raffle ticket. We've got, where we are, Mark Bowles. Okay, morning, Mark. Mark Bowles as ticket number 300. Oops, I've dropped the bloody tickets. Oh, sorry, I'm swearing here. That's not really swearing, is it, bloody? It's the... Oh, for God's sake. I've got to bend over now. Won't be the first time. Hang on a minute. Oh, dear. Certainly don't bend over as much as I used to. If at all, to be honest. 347, okay? There you go, Mark. 347 for you. 348 for Heidi Young. I'm kind of hoping that Heidi wins, because I won't have to buy a stamp then, because she's on the same site as me. There you go, Heidi. All right, darling. Adrian Richardson. 349. Adrian Richardson. There you go. 349 for you, Adrian. I've shortened you to Adrian Rich. Not that you are. Chris Cross. Says, good to hear that you can go home, Ronnie. That's nice, isn't it? Michael Pullman. Ticket number 350. Just put, can I have a ticket, or ticket please. That's fine. You don't have to do anything else. If you send me a message and assume that you will get a ticket, don't. Okay, you must say ticket please or something like that. If you send me a message, I'll read out the message. Okay. Ronnie, can I have 2 as I was not well? No, you blooming well can't. Can I have 2 tickets? Do you know the amount of people that come and send me a private message with, oh, could I have a ticket because, whatever, because they've done something nice for me in the past? No favourites, dear. 351, Ronnie. They are 351, 351. Is there a song called 351? Oh, Mickey. Is it that one? I don't know now. I've done Mark. I've done you, Mark. Haven't I? I've done you, Mark, already. Heidi can't stay for 3 hours. Oh, can you not? Oh, we will be disappointed, Heidi. Okay, well, how long can you stay for? 2 hours. 2 hours. He loves a good old chat, Ronnie. He'd be absolutely delighted for you to chat to him for a couple of hours if you pop up there. Okay? Oh, John, Professor Nelson's your doctor. Oh, you're in the same boat as well, are you, John? I didn't know that. I go to the other place. Uncle Mike, I call him. Dr. Mike, you know him, don't you? 352 for John Aitken. Okay. There you go. Just give me a chance to get through to you all, my darlings. All right, we'll do all these. John Aitken, 352. Joanna. Hello, Joanna. 353 for Joanna. Are we doing on time? Oh yes, we must rush out in a minute, or otherwise I'll never get to that swimming pool. Joanna Evola, I really want to go swimming today. I haven't been all week. 353 for you, darling. Joanna, John Aitken. There she is, Claire. She's going on a caravan down to Gloucester again, or is it up to Gloucester or down to Gloucester, or across to Gloucester? I can't remember. Claire's there. All right, Claire. What are we on? 354, Claire. All right, 354 for Claire. Paul and Lou. He's always trying to get two, isn't he? No, one per account, Paul. Paul and Lou, you're only getting one, dear. One per account. Can I have one for my friend? Yeah, that old one, innit? It's like when you go to a buffet, innit? Oh, can I take a couple of burgers for my friend as well? Then you sit there and stuff your face with a whole lot of them. There you go, Paul and Lou, 355 for you. Paul and Lou written on the back. Oh, you can't see that, can you? It's a little bit too white in here. There we are, 355. A little bit, not white, bright. A little bit too bright in here. Yeah, hang on. Where we are. Michael Lawrence, 356. Michael Lawrence, there you are. Yeah, Michael. All right, 356 for you. This is for the yellow, the bright yellow fridge magnet, which has a picture of the Union flag on the front. 357 for Heidi Oliver. I have to be careful because it's too hard, isn't it? Heidi Oliver. There you are, Heidi. What time do you think you'll be getting to see my mate? Mike, you've asked 3 times now. How many more times are you going to ask? Bloody cheek. Well, only ask once, dear. Otherwise you get banned. You get banned. 357. All right. I could be a good teacher, couldn't I? Do you think I could be a teacher with kids? Sit down. Bring back the... I don't think capital punishment is enough for these children, you know. When they're naughty. 358 is going to Sam's dad always. Okay, Sam's dad. Sam's dad always. I just heard a car door then. Is that my sister arriving? Yeah, 358 for Sam's dad always. We'll do the raffle tomorrow, gang. If you're not with us live, that doesn't matter. Just watch the recording and you'll find out who's won. Don't send me a message and say who won the raffle. I won't tell you. You've got to watch the show. You've got to watch the show. Not only the raffle, but all the other crap that's around it that comes out of my mouth. 359 goes to... 1 second. Oh, some messages. Adrian, do you mind? I'm having breakfast. Can you put that awful thought into my head, you bending over? It's a lot better than watching you bend over, Adrian. Admit it, my friend. Good morning to Rosie Marshall. Good morning, Rosie. George Rams is there in Benidorm. Good morning, George, to you. All right. Rosie wants a ticket. 359 for Rosie. Ah, I love that name, Rosie. Rosie Marshall. There you go, darling. Whereabouts are you in the world, Rosie? There you are, Rosie. 359. David in Hemel. Good morning, David. Morning to you, David. Kavanagh tickets. Please say always talk to you. I feel that I'm being nice to you then. Chris Kavanagh tickets. Kavanagh ticket. What's it? Can I have a ticket? Oh. Adam the Plumber, 360. Adam the Plumber. Don't forget, gang, if you're watching a recording of the show, email in. I'll send you a ticket like that, okay? chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. How are we doing? Clarissa is just in time for a ticket this morning. Morning, Clarissa. 361. Clarissa. Angeloni. Oh, that surname gets me every time. It's beautiful. 361 for you. Tommy Flynn's there. 362 for Tommy. Well, it's a lot today, isn't it? I'm going to sneeze. Do you mind? Oh. Oh, dear. 362. Oh, gosh. Excuse me. 362 for you, Tommy. All right? If you think sneezing's bad, you should have seen my brother-in-law's live show the other day. Right? This week, my sister managed to fart loud while the show was going on. Awful. And the week before, my brother-in-law announces that he needs to go and have a poo. And while he's doing the show, he leaves and goes and has a poo. My sister had to take over. No one knew what she was saying. It's like another language. She was screeching into that microphone, dear. Screeching. Morning to Rachel wants to know, how many laps of the pool do you do without stopping? In the Boston one, 50. I do 50 in there. 50 in time in the pool there. Good morning to Ian Days. Morning to you. Wants a ticket, 363 for Ian Days. Raffle is tomorrow morning, okay? Excuse me, Ian Days. Ian Days, there you go. Where are you, Ian? 363, okay? All right, Ian? So you got one there. There's my nephew, Gary Butler, who was putting the shed together yesterday for me. Don't forget, you can see that video. Just look a couple of posts below this one and you'll find a link to the video, okay? Gary is ticket number 364. All right. Trevor Campbell. Good morning, Trevor. Trevor Campbell. I've got a runny nose now after that sneezing. Trevor, 365 for you, Trevor. Okay. Where is scroll down there? There's one raffle every week, okay? One raffle a week. Mark, Clarissa, Rachel, Mark, blame the chair. Roy the boy. There's a big surprise when you sneeze. I wish. What, in a swimming pool? Or maybe in the changing room. You never know, John. Ian, is your sister popping round to try out outdoor privy in the shed? I don't know. What an excellent idea, of course. I mentioned that, didn't I? I said it because I don't like my sister using my toilet. I don't like anyone using my toilet. So that's a good idea. I could possibly have another toilet installed, an outside toilet installed for her to use and anyone else that comes round here. I cancelled. I was having a bloke come round actually to measure up the bathroom to have that done, but I just want to see how this plays out with the whether I'm able to sort out the noise issue or not that I'm experiencing at the moment, because I can't deal with noise, I'm afraid, and if I can't sort it out, I'll have to go, and it's as simple as that, really. I would. Is that the child's pool? No, it's the proper pool with old people in it like me. Thank you very much. Why doesn't he sit on a BJ so he can carry on with the show? I bet there is probably some TV presenters that do that, aren't there? They sit on a commode or something like that. Oh, it was on Roy the Boy's stream when she farted. Oh, I think she's done it on two. One of her own and one of yours. She likes to leave her mark. Well, she comes round here and makes a beeline for the toilet, my sister. Honestly, she can't wait to come in and use my blooming toilet. I can't stand people using my toilet. My brother-in-law will be able to do that. I'll get him a couple of dinners and he'll put an outside toilet in for me, wouldn't he? All right, lines are closed. Boo! Right, raffle tickets. I must remember to put those in my bag, and we'll do the raffle tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. If you missed the raffle tickets this morning, email in the show, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, and I shall send you a ticket by reply. Now, it's time. Look at the time. I may have missed my swimming opportunity here. Oh, dear. I suppose I could go for a walk or something like that. I really needed to finish by 10 to get to the pool and back again. Oh, we'll see. All right, let's do today's birthdays, gang. We've only got 4 birthdays to do today. If you're new to the show, welcome along. It's just our little bit of fun every morning. At the end of the show, I always do today's birthdays. I get the birthdays from Facebook. If you're on my Facebook and you have your birthday set correctly, then I will get it. If not, you need to send me a message and say, it's my birthday on this date, or preferably that day. You know, if while the show's on, you say, oh, it's my birthday today, I'll include you in this, or you could email as well. Of course, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. So today's birthdays, my very, very good friend, Charlotte. Charlotte Adajayan. She must be a similar age to mine. And she was her and her friend Joy were the first people that ever spoke to me when I walked into the Black Cap in Camden Town, which is sadly closed at the moment. There's a wonderful group of people who are trying to get it open again. And those two girls were the first people to welcome me into the Black Cap as I walked through my suitcases full of records, correct, records, as in records, 7 inches and 12-inch records. And as I walked past them, they were sitting there all. I said, all right. She said, are you playing the music or something like that? I said, yeah. I said, I'm ever so nervous. She said, oh, don't be. And they really went out their way to make me feel welcome. Well, it's her birthday today, and I think she's a similar age to me. Happy birthday, Charlotte. She then went on to become a DJ later on and did the Royal Vauxhall Tavern on what was called the Institution on a Sunday for some period of time. And then she came out of it, and I think she did teaching, if I remember rightly. She did teaching. And then recently she got back into the DJing again. I mean, to actually come out of DJing and go back into it, I think is wonderful. It's very difficult to do that because I do believe it's a bit of an age problem with going out and sort of DJing. You've got to look reasonably young. Once you've come out of it, to actually get back into it again, I think is very difficult. She's managed it, as indeed my friend Matthew Joplin has as well. So 4 marks. Happy birthday, Charlotte. Paul Bohill today is 75 years old today. You'll know Paul. He's one of the uniformed people on Can't Pay, Well Take It Away. He's your favourite one. I know who your favourite one is because he's mine as well. He's the bloke with the grey hair and the glasses. You know him, don't you? Paul Bohill, yes. It's his birthday today. 75 years old. Happy birthday, Paul. Happy birthday, Paul. Your programmes are so fantastic. I love them. It's the funniest thing on there. Oh, I haven't had a letter or anything. Yes, you have. Yes, you've had your letter. Happy birthday, Paul. Bradley Watts, good morning to Bradley. Happy birthday to you. And also Paul Barton's birthday today as well. So happy birthday to you all, boys and girls. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. There's our little birthdays there. Eric says, wear your shirt never unbuttoned so his belly button can say hi. Oh, you can't see it, can you? Did I stand up there? I told you right at the beginning of the show, I can't get the bottom buttons done up. I can't. It's too tight. It's hurting. It's like having pants that are too small, aren't they? Oh, they just feel so painful. They really do. Michael says he misses the Black Cap. I do terribly. John would rather play vinyl than CDs or MP3s, as indeed I was. I got rid of all my vinyl, John. It was just taking up so much space, and I'll be honest, I haven't really missed not having the records. To be honest, Rachel says, "What's a record?" Oh, please, Rachel, come on, darling. You're older than me and John put together, ain't you, my love? Well, it looks like that in your picture, dear. Oh dear. John says, bring back the Black Cap. Absolutely. Rachel, wishing everyone happy birthday. Thank you, Rosie, for your kind comments. Mark Bowles says, you're only as young as you're feeling. I'm not feeling anyone at the moment. John, maybe you should do a lucky dip for the Euro Millions tonight. It's 108 million. Oh, wow. Just imagine the wonderful caravan I could have for 100 odd million pounds. Be nice, wouldn't it? If you're in North London tonight, I'll be hosting karaoke. That's at Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross. Okay, Central Station Bar, Wharfdale Road, King's Cross. Starts at 8:30. Come and sing and be part of the fun, or you can just come and watch the other people singing. It's all about having a great laugh. There's a really good atmosphere in there on a Friday night. It's very up and fun, and I do ask people not to try and do ballads because they're just depressing everyone all the time, badly sung ballads. But it's really good in there on a Friday, so do join us tonight. Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross, which is in North London. Hopefully back with you tomorrow morning where we'll do the raffle and find out who wins the fridge magnet. Thanks ever so much for joining us tonight and on the show this morning, and I'll see you again very soon. Have a nice day now. Bye-bye.